Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down, a run to Dobbins. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Jackson's pass.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Ravens nothing.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5.
48-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 22-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. That's about as exciting of a one-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Complete to Austin.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
The tackle made.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Yards to go.
Left side complete to Lockett. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Washington first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Trying the toss play to Love.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw. Lambert. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1 yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and score. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit. 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. Oh, looking for Andrews down. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, Jackson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Jackson will throw again, and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Chase Young in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Chase Young able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
48-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
To number 88.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. That's complete. Right around the 8. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll try to run with Dobbins, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Flush, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Running to start the drive is Love. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught at the 25. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Ravens ready to take over. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. They got a man. It's Woods. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. His throw incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. This is caught. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
One more time with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and...
Staying on the ground, it's Love.
26-yard line.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they not...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Tyler Lockett on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, it's Love. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Patrick Queen.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Lambert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Now Dobbins. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Tyler Lockett on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Now Washington down by 7. At time, a huge factor. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, get some space. On second down, Love. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Extra point.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chase Young. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Well, it was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a first and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
38-yard.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
It's third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down, Lambert. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines. But then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules remind us. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Nifty move. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. They'll run. It's Dobbins. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Washington will take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense heading out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing on 1st down. Lambert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
And inches.
Here's Love again, and he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Washington, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long.